What is up, Heffas and friends? Welcome to another reviewing episode of Triple J. If you're new here to this channel, how are you doing? My name is Jillian and welcome to Java and Journeys. Y'all, I am making my way down over to St. Augustine, and as a pit stop to charge the car, you all know that we have to go into Buc-ee's. The last time I actually found myself at Buc-ee's was when we were getting out of the aftermath of Hurricane Milton. So it's been quite a while since I have made a stop. My husband planned this great trip for us over the weekend, which I've never been to St. Augustine, but also he was like, by the way, there's a Buc-ee's. So you know your girl is excited to take you all along to this adventure inside Buc-ee's to get some good food, get something to drink, and just see overall what treats they are giving. So buckle up, Buttercup. Let's go ahead and get on this journey at Buc-ee's located in Daytona Beach, Florida. You can see that glorious Buc-ee's sign. And I say we get out of this heat and we go ahead and make our way on in. So as we're walking over, I'm curious, how are you doing? How's everything going in your neck of the woods? Y'all, it's Florida, it's hot. I just got back from New York yesterday, and I have to tell you, the week, I wasn't in New York for quite a week, but the days that I was in New York, about 4 days, it was so lovely and so pleasant. The fact that the summer, at least of what I experienced, because some of my folks did tell me, like, girl, it's not always like this. It is typically humid and muggy, but y'all, it was glorious in New York. It almost felt, there was like a day there that even felt like wintertime in Florida, where it was like in the 70s, a really nice breeze, some overcast. And to go from that to now being back in 100-degree humid weather is a little bit miserable, but you know what? That's okay, because Buc-ee's has us covered. We're gonna get our food on, we're gonna get our beverage on, and I don't know, maybe see there's a treat or two, and maybe even some merch. I don't know if you all saw, I didn't show you this, but I have my Buc-ee's Florida shirt on that my husband recently got on his adventure. So yeah, we're just gonna go in, and Buc-ee's is always busy when you come during the day. Here's some shirts here. And I'm actually liking these peach shorts. I don't know if this is my favorite shirt. I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is a cool design for those of you all that like that kind of 70s font. But I think I may pass on that. I do see this really cool blue jean design tumbler, but your girl has way too many tumblers. Y'all, let's go ahead and just get to the food real quick and check out what's up, because I don't want to get too distracted by the merch. But over here, what's really cool about Buc-ee's is that there's truly something for everyone. They have this massive selection of jerky that I've never had. But y'all, what I am here for, let's not even play ourselves, is for the barbecue. So let's take a look at what some of the offerings are, especially at the Daytona Beach location. As soon as I can get these bangs together, let's check it out. You can see, look at how good the sandwiches are. I cannot wait. I think this is probably what I'm going to get. And they have here some sliced turkey sandwich, peach cobbler, apple pie, sausage on a stick, which is really interesting. Let's make our way down a little bit and see what are some of these other options. We have here 3 meat, Carolina pulled pork, some beaver chips, which I believe are their homemade potato chips, which look really good. We have here chopped brisket. Y'all, I'm pretty confident that's what I'm going to be getting. So you have here the Club Melt fried chicken sandwich, as they are preparing the brisket in the back. And then if, let's just say you're like, I don't want the carbs, you could just get some good old sliced brisket here. You all can also get meats by the pound. So if you're passing through, and let's just say you told your family that you were going to be in charge of the barbecue and you didn't have time to prepare it, you can sneak your way over here at Buc-ee's and buy some meat by the pound. So what should I get? What would you get if you were me? I'm curious. Drop down in the comments. Let me know. And sincere apologies for all of my vegan and vegetarian friends out there. Now, if you have a little bit of a sweet tooth, they have glazed nuts here. And my sister has actually gotten the pecans, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember if she's a pecan or almond person. I want to say it's the glazed pecans. And I know she watches my videos, so Whitney, you're gonna have to tell me which one you typically get, but I love like all the kind of glazed nuts. I've actually never had glazed cashews, but that's certainly an option. You have a cookie dough station here. I'm not really into eating raw cookie dough, but Buc-ee's is like, oh, don't worry, we got you. You don't like having the raw cookie dough? That's okay. Look at the other treats. They have some pecan praline here. And also you have like this assortment of fudge. Y'all, I'm also not a huge fudge person either, but I do like the fact that they have different varieties. So that way you can just kind of try it out. Now, again, you have so many options. Jerky, burrito and tacos, chicken and fries, and bakery. Oh, you go ahead. Thank you. That was so sweet. I'm like, that's so kind of you, but like, you, sir, are trying to do your job. Please go ahead and go around me. But they do have some specialty meats here in the cooler. So again, if you want to pick up some different kinds of sausages, but if you're really into your different types of jerky, let's start there. And I don't mind some jerky, but I'm not like the biggest jerky person, but y'all, they have all sorts of varieties. You see like the lemon pepper, teriyaki, jalapeno honey, hot and spicy. You also have some jerky up at the top, some smoked sticks. But they have just all these different flavors, if you can see, that you can like actually pick out, which is pretty awesome for those of you all who are jerky lovers. And then this is where you can get your like tacos and burritos, which drop down in the comments if you're a huge fan of Buc-ee's and you've had the tacos and burritos. Let me know. I've actually never had them. You have your chicken and fries down here, but look at that. It looks like you get about 4 tenders and some steak fries in there that look pretty well seasoned. So there's that. And this is new. I've never had the chicken and fries. And if you get your chicken and fries, you can also get your condiments here as well. So yeah, y'all, here's like a lot of your options. And if you look at the burritos, which I don't think I was giving you all a good shot at that a little while ago. I mean, this is a decent sized burrito here. And then here's our bakery section here. And y'all, these cinnamon rolls are making my mouth water. But you get all these cookies, cinnamon rolls, muffins. Oh, just looking. Thank you so much. And they have like the paddle tail, which looks so delicious. Because your sweet tooth is not satiated enough, they do have banana pudding here. And you see the banana pudding is $5. Y'all, I hate to say it, I really do, but I've tried the banana pudding and it wasn't that girl. Like it wasn't like that good old-fashioned Southern style banana pudding that you normally get. It kind of tastes a little bit like instant, so I actually don't, like I have to be real about that. I don't recommend the banana pudding, although it's probably going to be tempting unless you do kind of like that more banana pudding from a box. If you like that kind of like instant flavor, try it out, but otherwise I would say it's a total pass. And then you have here, again, it's like if you want to do your own kind of like road trip charcuterie, but you have like the tenderloin with cheese, and you see that here. And so if you're just like trying to avoid carbs, I think this is great. Or if you just love like some meats and cheeses. But again, like, I mean, you have some pretzels up here, but you know, you don't have a lot of like heavy bread. And you want something you can just snack on, you have that, and that's $5.99. You have like your different like pickle varieties here, which I think is pretty cool, especially the garlic flavored pickle chips. This one is wild. Y'all see this? Candied flavored pickle chips. I don't know about that. The bold and hot sound fascinating. And then here again, you have like more of your meats. You have olives, eggs. So truly, like, again, when I say something for everyone, there's something for everyone. Even if you want to eat, like, let's just say a little bit more like consciously, and you have like all your fruit cups here, and the fruit cups are gonna run you roughly like $5. This key lime is looking very green.
Key lime.
So this is a TBD for me if I get something like this. Here on the other side, you have a lot of wraps and sandwiches. Y'all, look at this. So they have this Chipotle club sandwich. This looks a little wild with like the squareness and the bread. But yeah, they have a lot of different wraps, many different varieties. They have some pimento cheese, and even though, again, I am a Southern girl at heart, pimento cheese has never been my jam, but my co-producer really likes it. They have this candied jalapeno cream cheese. Y'all, this is wild. But you know what? I can see that being really good on a bagel, so I'm not gonna knock that. They have this mustard potato salad, no raisins included. So this looks actually legit. So I think you could try that out. And we made our way over to like the pickled section. I would say dried fruit, trail mix, nuts, and chips. So a lot going on over here at the Daytona Beach, and most Buc-ee's look like this too. So you all see, you get those praline pecans. I like the warm ones a bit better, but if you just want to grab a bag, you can. You have some jams, jellies, honeys. That they have like old candy favorites here on the back, which are pretty cool. Something that I did eyeball that I think I may get because I am a popcorn lover, and I've actually not seen this before, but they have this peanut butter and caramel popcorn here, and right next to it they also have it with cinnamon. So this all looks really good, and then they have it here as well, but spicy variety. Y'all, which one should I get? I mean, that spicy one is pretty unique. Something else I want to show you all, a popular item here that's like a sweet little treat, are the beaver nuggets. And it's kind of like this popcorn sweet treat that is super delicious. Kind of has like this maple taste to it. But something else I also have not seen is they have the beaver nuggets. And you see what I mean when I'm like the popcorn? Look. They have it here with white fudge as well as dark chocolate. A better idea of the beaver nuggets and what they look like. So you see what I mean? It's like a pop, not like popcorn, but like popped corn, if you all get what I'm trying to say. But this is what they look like, and they're so delicious and so sweet. The only thing about these is that I get tired of them after a while. So once I eat like a few, I'm good. But certainly never had them with like white fudge or dark chocolate. So I think that that's an interesting way to make this even sweeter than what it already is, but also give it a bit of variety because, like I said, you eat a few of these and you're good for a minute. So I don't know, maybe worth a try. My co-producer found even more varieties of the popcorn. So they have this black and white chocolate drizzle here. And then they also have birthday cake. Again, all sounds interesting, but I am worried about it being very, very, very sweet. And for those of you caramel fans, right above where this popcorn is located at the Daytona Beach location, they have all these caramel varieties. Now, if you're someone that's like, I don't want the drip coffee, I don't want icy, I want my drink straight up out the fountain, don't worry, Buc-ee's got you. So you have here a lot of options, especially if you want your traditional Coke. But what I think is great is that Buc-ee's is a hustler. So he's like, no, girl, I'm going to give you some variety. So you see you get like raspberry lemonade, as well as raspberry tea. Buc-ee's also has their own like fruit punch variety, which I think is pretty cool. And they also have their own cola varieties here, which is pretty awesome. So Buc-ee's is like, girl, I don't even want you thinking about the Coca-Cola company. Go ahead. You want some vanilla Coke? Got you. You want some Diet Coke? Got you. Oh, you're not a Coke drinker? How about we hook you up with some raspberry tea? And I'm not even mad about it. We have made it back to the climate control car because, like I said before, it feels like HE double hockey sticks out there. To show you all some of the food, my co-producer ended up getting the brisket mac and cheese, which I think I told you all, not my favorite. The brisket's great. The macaroni and cheese is all right. But let me show you all how this looks. And you see that brisket just looks so delicious. Did it come with the barbecue sauce or did you put that on there? And it came with the barbecue sauce. This actually looks better than I think the last one you came home with. Try this out. Show you all what it's giving, and hopefully try not to spill food on myself in the process. So y'all, check out the brisket mac and cheese. Again, looks can be deceiving, but the macaroni and cheese looks like standard macaroni and cheese. I think that brisket looks delicious. So we're gonna see if this is about the same as it was, like just okay, or if it's a market improvement. I think the macaroni and cheese is a bit better. It's still not that high bar that I have, y'all. I don't think the brisket tastes dry, but I think I got a fatty piece of brisket. So I think that one's okay. The cost of that is $9, so it's a little bit on the higher end considering that you don't get as much meat. Let me tell you where you are going to get your near $9 worth, $8.50 to be exact. Y'all, check out my chopped brisket sandwich. She came to play, honey. She's like, put down that macaroni and cheese and just like feast on me for a moment. And let me even show you all what it looks like on the inside. Already sauced. This looks so delicious. And you know how your girl likes to hook up a sandwich. So I did get some pickles and onions to put on my sandwich. I think there was a fly. Whew. Pickles and onions to put on my sandwich. And my co-producer hooked me up with a little bit of extra barbecue sauce, just in case I wanted to make it even more saucy. So I'm going to hook this sandwich up and then I'll let you all know how it tastes. All right, we hooked her up with a bit of pickles and a bit of onion. All right. Can we cheers with a delicious barbecue sandwich at Java and Journeys? Anything is possible, so we're going to do it. Cheers, y'all. Thank you for joining me on this little adventure over to Buc-ee's, located in Daytona Beach. Y'all, I've had the sandwich before. I have not had it with pickles and onions. Y'all, that is so good. The brisket does not taste dry on the sandwich. It's juicy. You get those chunks of meat. So you feel like you're getting your money's worth. You don't feel like you're getting robbed. And look at that. I have that little sauce action on my face. But y'all, hook it up. And y'all, I also picked up some beaver chips. So why not have a little crunch, you know? These are homemade potato chips. Look at that. Unfortunately, this is a little bit stale, y'all. Like, you didn't get any crunch action from that. I'm going to try another piece because this one was a little puffy. It's very chewy. But I like the fact that it's like I'm eating a potato, right? It doesn't taste artificial or like there's a bunch of chemicals and stuff in this. Let's try this one. It's a little bit flatter, not as puffy. Okay. I'm getting a crunch. That one does not taste as stale. So I think the puffier pieces are going to be a bit more chewy from a texture perspective. Because I was going to say, I got over there and they just refilled the chips. So this isn't something that's been sitting out all day. Now for a bit of dessert. Here is the Texas sheet cake here. And especially those of you all in the US, did you grow up on sheet cake? My mom was not a big baker, so I didn't. But my school cafeteria had sheet cakes and they were, you know, it was a school cafeteria sheet cake, so it wasn't that great. All right, chocolate Texas sheet cake, straight up from Buc-ee's. No, I don't know what to think about this. I think I've forgotten the texture of sheet cake. This is not a fluffy cake. It's also not incredibly dense. It's like somewhere in between. This part is kind of like a fudge icing. It's thick. Surprisingly enough, it's not like overly sweet. I just don't know. I love it. I like it. It's good. It doesn't taste old or anything like that. I really wish it had like more, like a deeper chocolate flavor. So this is okay. If I had to rank this out of a 5, I probably would give it a 2. It's not bad. It kind of reminds me of that brisket macaroni and cheese, right? It's not my favorite. It's not terrible. I think it just depends. I think if I was just like a lover of sheet cake, maybe I would like this more because the texture is getting to me a little bit. I like the fact that it's not super sweet, so you don't feel like you're going to get diabetes after eating this. I don't know. I just don't love it, so I'm curious. Here, try this. Tell me what you think. And as a popcorn lover, I went ahead and decided to pick out a couple of these flavors because I've never had them. Like, we're going to try this peanut butter and caramel popcorn with cinnamon. I think the cinnamon's going to be fascinating. It smells really good, y'all. So here it is right here. You have your popcorn. And y'all, I'm thinking this literally as like popcorn. And this is kind of like how I described the beaver nuggets. So it's like the air popped corn, not like popcorn like what you get from a movie theater. Okay. She is fun in a bag. She is a delightful surprise. I'm going to bite into one of these and show you all the middle because I feel like this is filled with the peanut butter. I thought the outside of it was coated in peanut butter, but you have like peanut butter coating and cinnamon coating. Oh, y'all, look at the center of this. Nice, crispy. I thought it was filled with peanut butter, but it isn't. It really is just the outside layer. But because like when you bite into it and you get crispy, I don't know, there's something that has like, it's the peanut butter that makes it creamy. But it's a little deceiving because I'm thinking there's also peanut butter on the inside when it's all just on the outside. And it's just, you get that bite of cinnamon. I was worried that the cinnamon would be overpowering, but y'all, it's a really great compliment. It almost tastes like as if, and maybe Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the cereal, maybe they've done this and I've just never noticed, but it tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch with peanut butter. The next one we're going to try is the spicy. I have a feeling that she is going to be wild. Hopefully she is going to be edible. All right, this is the spicy peanut butter and caramel corn. Ooh, she did not come to play games. Let me tell you, this is a kick in the teeth. This is spicy. If you are a girly who loves spicy snacks, this is a kick in the mouth. I thought that this was going to be just like, you know, cute little spicy, like, oh, we're going to claim that we're spicy and we're not. You know, we're going to give you maybe a little mild hot sauce flavor. No, y'all, this is like a pepper. This is like, it's not whatever. This is like chili peppers, honestly, that have been cut up, dusted down, and sprinkled on this. I'm scared to actually bite into another one. And you all know me, I can handle my spice pretty well. This is just a lot spicier than what I thought. But I got to do it for the gram. So let's try one more so that way you all can, and we'll look at the inside too. Same. So no filling. Thank goodness. Honestly, because this is so spicy, I would love to see this with peanut butter filling to kind of give you a cool-off period. So I guess my only point of feedback is I wish the spice was like dialed back just a little, or put like a peanut butter filling on the inside. And that way you feel like you can, if I were to just take a handful of those snacks, whoo, my mouth would be on fire. So y'all, with that being said, that's it. I wanted to take y'all over to Buc-ee's with me while we were here, show you some good eats, try something new, which I certainly did. Again, I didn't grab Java this time for Buc-ee's because I think we may be going to another location. What is it called? 7 Brew Coffee, to try that. So I can certainly like cheers to you all, cool down my mouth from eating that spicy, that spicy popcorn. Woo, yeah, so we need that. So how about this? Before we wrap up our video, I'm going to tell you all what I think of 7 Brews. Like I said, it's kind of like a competitor to Dutch Brothers. I've never been. So I'm looking forward to getting that and telling you all what I think of that coffee shop. What would you call that? Fast food, fast coffee drive-by?
It's coffee drive-thru.
Coffee drive-thru, thank you. I will check back in with you all and let you all know how the 7 Brews coffee drive-thru treats us. So hang tight in there and I'll catch you at 7 Brews. All right, friends, we are pulling up to 7 Brew. You get the idea. It is all drive-thru coffee. So we're going to take a look at the menu and see what it is we're going to get. Friends, we have our iced Java from 7 Brew. And again, I've never gone before. I know that it's supposed to be a competitor to Dutch Brothers. So we'll see if this tastes any good. I ended up getting the Smooth 7, which is essentially a white chocolate breve latte with Irish cream. Now, I got mine with half the sweetness because typically anytime there are syrups involved in coffee drinks, more often than not, I find that they typically get made overly sweetened. So y'all, we're going to cheers to this. We're going to see, is it truly better than Dutch Brothers? Let's find out what Serving Brews is serving up. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this journey over to Buc-ee's and to get some Java at 7 Brew. Y'all, this is good. So I'll tell you, I'm actually kind of wishing that I had just gotten it with the regular amount of sweetness, because I feel like I'm getting some of the Irish cream, very light touch of white chocolate. It's not very heavy at all, but I got it with half the sugar, so that's on me. And answering the question, is 7 Brews better than Dutch Brothers? I feel like I want to try the next drink I get, like just regular, no customizations, and see if it's overly sweet or not. I think this is delicious. It's just hard for me to say because it's not the full drink. Like, look at you, Heffas, straddling the fence. But y'all, I don't want to bash. I mean, I love me some Dutch Brothers, and I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, yeah, 7 Brew is whoop Dutch Brothers bud, so much better. No, it's good. Like, I think the coffee quality is right up there. I think this is delicious. Next time I'm going to try it just with the regular sweetness. But the good news for 7 Brew is that I don't think it's worse than Dutch Brothers. I actually think that if I were to pass by one, I certainly would have no qualms stopping by and grabbing coffee, because again, that's my thing. I'm like, if I order a coffee drink, at least minimum, even if the flavor is not all the way there, I need for it to taste like a properly made coffee drink. And this, I taste the espresso. It's so creamy with that half and half. Like I said, very, very hint, like small hint of the Irish cream and the white chocolate. So this works for me. So I am going to continue to enjoy it.